This is like your third different
Yeah,
room.
Danny's like a
Like-
homeless man in this camera.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks. I'm in my room again.
Must be.
No, so you started off. We recorded. You started off in an attic, and then for a couple of weeks you moved into the kitchen, and now
Well,
you're
that was
in-
just last week. That was just 2 weeks ago. Because my parents decided to fold up the desk, and I don't have the patience or time to do a stand-up desk and figuring out how to do it.
You don't know how to stand up at a desk?
What?
You don't know how to stand up at a desk?
No, it's like
Oh,
one of
they,
those,
they have
like-
one of those standing desks.
Oh,
that
it goes
rise
up.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
stuff.
So you were
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
it back. Okay.
I didn't-
That's
I don't
supposed
have
to be
the-
like better for your body and your
No, yeah,
blood
yeah,
flow
yeah.
and all
Fuck
that
that
fun
nonsense.
stuff.
Yeah. They folded it up when my brother came for Thanksgiving, and I just said, fuck it.
Fuck that guy.
So, I've been
Okay.
back in
Yeah,
my
I don't
room.
blame you. That I don't blame
I
you.
tried it like 2 weeks ago at like 7:45. That's why I did it in the kitchen 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And I go, I don't have time for this.
Ain't got no time for that. He's like
So-
he was the meme.
Yeah,
got time for that.
I gave my cousin the Colt tickets. So I don't know if you heard, Steve, but I told your dad. My dad has prostate cancer. He'll be all right though. He's going
Yeah, I
to
saw it
surgery.
on,
Yeah, he's gonna have surgery on the 28th. Is also a reason why I'm not going to the game. Figured I'd rather be home 3
Sorry
days
to hear
after
that.
this. Yeah, 3 days after the surgery if they need me.
Probably smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
thing load. Yeah, I have the downstairs. I'll debate about it. Probably around halftime on Sunday. I'll probably put the upstairs tickets on StubHub.
Right. Right. That's why I offered my cousin the tickets. this
I didn't
week.
even
So-
realize that. I didn't even realize that the Bills game is Saturday night.
Yeah,
that makes
Saturday
it more
night.
fun.
Yeah, Saturday night.
So
I
that
didn't
makes
want
the
to correct.
snow-
I didn't feel like correcting you.
I didn't realize they were doing Saturday this early in the season. That's what it came down to.
Yeah, it's the first weekend without college football. That's why.
It just feels weird. That it's just like so early in the year. But then again, it's the week before Christmas, so.
Yeah. That's why a couple of weeks ago I said we might have a Saturday game. That's why they didn't say anything, and then we got flexed.
Well, there's nothing better than, the Commanders Stadium hosting Sunday Night Football. I hope they show the statue, like as many breaks as they can. They just show the statue. Welcome, episode 345, Sndpodcast. Vin's all festive a week early.
I'll be festive all goddamn month. I don't care.
He's banking on like Santa just bringing him a quarterback that doesn't do drugs. That won't be like $1 billion cap hit at the end of the year.
Well, the word is that the other one wants
The
out.
bird is the word.
The bird is the
Finally.
word.
Finally.
The other
bird
one's
is
the other one's
He
gonna
wants
be on
out.
drugs next
Yeah,
year
if
too?
he's not going to play next year.
Loves a free elf.
Yeah, I think he's a free elf.
Free up.
Which
This
makes
has the
sense.
Packers picking up his option, and then franchise tagging him for the rest of Rodgers' contract, and just
No.
keeping him around.
I think it's you pick up his option and then you send him out of town, and you draft the next guy later on.
You should be able to get despite the lack of, seeing. You should be able to get a sixth.
If the Daniel
Top
Jones, if the Daniel Jones negotiations go haywire, which I don't expect, I wouldn't mind giving you guys a call.
You want to? I'm gonna need. See, if they're gonna trade him,
I'm gonna
gonna
need.
need-
I'm gonna
Oh,
need. You're gonna need.
I'm gonna need.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need at least a third if they're gonna
What
trade
is
him.
this guy? The San Diego
fuck is
Padres
that
over
thing?
here?
A third.
I'm gonna need at least a
round
third
pick.
round pick. At least a third round pick.
Keep dreaming. But then again,
And he
Carson
stinks.
Wentz. Carson Wentz. Can you
Right.
believe
Russell
the
Wentz is worth
Eagles?
seconds, and he has no body parts that work.
The Eagles have a top 5 pick. Unreal.
Good luck with that.
That's
Can't
not
be
even
getting
that
away-
trade that you're thinking
No,
of. Don't
I
forget they have
know, but I don't remember
still.
which trade this was. But
the Saints.
The Saints
uh,
just trade up because they feel like it sometimes.
what trade was the Saints trade? Oh, because they
Exactly.
traded up.
They traded up in a draft and gave them their next year's first. They didn't get anybody of substance. Did they get?
So
I
they
don't
have
think they
their
got
own
Chris Olave.
first.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be 32nd or 30th.
So they have their own first. They have the Saints first. They have a second, a third, and 2 sevens. And one of the sevens is Jalen Rager.
That guy.
To NFL draft. Let's see. That trade was.
It was to get Chris Olave.
Oh, it was Chris Olave. Okay.
Yeah. It was 18. The Eagles got 18. They traded up 2 spots, and they got.
Howie Roseman is such a good GM.
Oh wait, no, they traded 2. Okay, so the Eagles had 18, had 16 and 19, and the Saints got
Right.
both of them, and the Eagles got 18, 101, which I guess is a third, 237 is like a seventh, and then a first and a second.
He literally just calls teams and he's like, "Hey, I want these."
Yeah,
And they're
They
all
got-
just like, "Okay."
Chris
Every
Olave and Trevor Penning, who is a offensive lineman.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
But he
literally
suffered a
just,
torn
"Hi, this is
ligament.
Howie
Yeah,
Roseman. I'll take
during
your first
training.
round pick this year and next year and 4 years from
Yeah.
now, please. Thanks. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good job. Oh, and here's a trash bag in return.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's Carson Wentz MVP trophy that he never got because he got hurt in week 16. That's what we're giving you back in the trade.
We're giving you the
Colts were
money we
like,
were
"Okay."
supposed to give.
The Colts were like, okay, not a
That would be
problem.
the guy that the Colts traded for.
The Colts would just
due to
put-
trade for another quarterback.
A trophy at quarterback, like he's just to put trophy on the ground at quarterback. Pretty much.
Well,
what
they
it is.
have the kid. Who did they draft? They drafted the North Carolina kid?
No, that's Washington.
That's Washington. Was it
They
Washington?
Didn't
Washington
they draft
had-
I don't
Yeah.
think the Colts drafted anybody.
They have Ellinger, who stinks.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was last year. Sam Ellinger was the 2021 draft pick.
it says Nick Foles is their backup, but is he hurt?
He is technically their backup, but Sam Ellinger was picked 2 years ago in the 6th round.
I had no idea Nick Foles was on that team.
Yeah, I did.
I did not pay attention.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't keep my.
He went there because he won a Super Bowl playing with Frank Wright.
Yeah, that I remember. Now that you say it, I remember it. But
And also, Sam
Yeah.
Ellinger is Texas's back baby. That's why
I
you
remember
drafted him.
that too. But
Clearly, the Colts are not back because he hasn't yelled that out at all.
no, I would say draft a quarterback, but they don't have any picks. So
That's right.
Oh,
They have no picks this year, right?
I don't
Who?
think they have their first.
Who?
Colts.
Colts.
Colts. That would make sense if they don't.
Oh, Vistaprint. I don't want to buy anything. So right now, and Seattle has the number 2 pick right now because they got it from the Broncos for Russell Wilson.
Let's ride.
And then the Saints are 4. That'll go to the Eagles. The Lions have the 5th pick from the Rams.
Yeah.
Well, the Colts actually have their first 7th rounder. They do have their own.
You sure? I'm looking at something that says they don't. I don't know.
2023 Colts draft picks.
Oh no, they do. I'm looking at those 2022. My bad.
Yeah, way to go. Yeah, they have their own. They have their second. They have a third, which is conditional from Wentz, which turns into a second if he gets 70% of the snaps,
which isn't
which
the
I don't
case,
think he's going to
obviously.
hit. 4,
So
5.
they have to give up a third. It looks like.
Sixth also from Buffalo, which is conditional. Turns into fifth, depending on the conditions. And also a seventh from Tampa. Trading a linebacker and the seventh for a. They trade their sixth for a linebacker and a seventh. Kind of stupid.
I don't remember.
I don't know.
That sounds like a Colts thing to do. Speaking of a stupid franchise, the Cardinals are falling
The
apart.
Arizona Cardinals or the St. Louis Cardinals?
The Arizona Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals win that division without doing anything in the wintertime. Every year.
Yes, but that's because nobody else is trying.
They did get Contreras, so
Well,
Which I always found interesting. I thought that was an interesting move by the Braves. Not by the Cardinals, by the Braves.
no, yeah. Well, I'm talking about his brother, but
right.
yeah.
His brother, they signed Wilson. The
Oh, yeah,
Cardinals
yeah.
did. The Brewers, I don't know what that
Well, the Cardinals
was.
always signed former Braves.
The Brewers traded a utility guy and their own bad starting catcher for a
Right.
better starting catcher. I don't
Yeah.
know how they got involved in that.
But I thought that the Braves would be keeping him.
I don't know
Because-
why they would trade for Sean Murphy when he was.
The three of us thought he retired.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, we might.
I was pretty sure he didn't retire, but like you had Travis and Willem Contreras, who's a child in baseball terms,
And it was an all-star last year.
and was the starting DH for the All-Star team last year. He might not be a great catcher, possibly, but you have a starting catcher. Why do you need two like elite catchers? You could have traded Willem Contreras for, I don't know, a closer maybe, or anything else. It just seemed weird. But I mean, I'm not gonna stand in the way of the Braves being bad.
Are they going to be bad, though?
Nope.
No, but that was a bad move. I think they're definitely not going to be bad, but that was a bad move.
Knowing the Braves, they have a catcher sitting in their minor league system that they just created in a machine.
Mm.
They finally switched the thing from pitcher to another position because they always just, have a machine that develops pitchers.
Well, they have a shortstop apparently who's replacing Dansby.
Yeah, where's he gonna go?
Looks like the Angels are very interested in him, is what I was reading.
That's weird.
And also Minnesota seems to be the top team that's going to go after him. Because if you think about it, all the other teams, shortstop-wise, got a guy.
Except for
Right?
the Yankees.
If you think about it. Except for the Yankees. Well, they're the Yankees. Wait, no. Who did the Phillies sign?
Trey Turner.
Trey.
Oh, that's right.
Phillies got Trey.
and what
Giants
about
got
Boston?
Correa. Boston didn't get anybody, but they
Boston
have
did not
Trevor
get-
Story still.
Yes, who played second
Who's
base last
there
year.
forever.
Pretty
And can
much.
play third.
Man,
He's like a utility.
imagine having Trevor Story instead of Sndpodcast for the next decade. That sucks.
Yeah, I don't.
That one didn't make too much sense.
They're saying like I don't know who I was listening to, but
It was a pretty funny press conference if you guys didn't see it. Like
Does
they
Xander-
literally
when
asked him and goes,
they asked him what position
"What
do you
position
play?
do you play?"
It was like it's a valid question, 100%. Like, but you don't say what position do you play like a fucking idiot. You're like, are
How's
you?
that a
You're a
valid
shortstop.
question? How is that a valid question? He
No,
only
the
played
question-
shortstop.
That's not a valid question. The valid question is, are you going to play shortstop? We already have a shortstop who we paid the most money in
Oh, well,
history.
the whole team.
Right. So
Well, that was the
what are
thing that
you
I
gonna do?
saw. I saw that it kind of opens up the Tatis to the Yankees type of thing, where they're going to look to just shed that payroll. They may be willing to say,
It's just the weird
Will
timing
he-
because his stock is at the absolute
I don't.
lowest.
He's still suspended into next season, I think.
Yeah, at least a couple weeks into the season.
Yeah.
And didn't you say he's like one of the worst,
Let's see.
statistical
I'm
defensive
gonna
players?
defensive players. He is considered bad.
It does make sense though, because he played with Eric Hosmer, and you just went in this whole thing like for the last 4 years on the show of how bad defensively he is.
I mean, it's not a coincidence that he basically doesn't have a job.
He will be missing
Defense.
the first 32 games of the season, so it's not
Oh,
really. It's not
That's a
month
month.
and 2
Basically-
days.
a month and change. Yeah, so
But
basically,
you could do spring
figure-
training. So
and figure he'll stay for They'll probably be allowed to stay for extended spring. So figure the latest you'll see him is Memorial Day.
Okay, so defensively,
latest,
I think that would be the latest.
that would
If
be
it's
a
a month and
huge
change.
problem.
I don't know. I think there's a thing where you can play and get ready
Minor
up
league.
until while you're still technically suspended.
Yeah, but he's also still coming off an injured wrist from last year, and
I
who
think that
knows
should
where.
be healed though.
For all we know, he fell off another motorcycle.
Well, that the character questions, I guess, are definitely there. So it's the two metrics defensively are defensive runs saved and outs above average. Defensive runs saved, he has never, according to Fangraphs, never saved a run. Always been a negative for his team. He was -3. He was 0 in the shortened
That's not-
season, and he was -6 in the games he played in 2021.
so that's
And
not
then
good.
he was outs above average. He was -16 his rookie season, which was awful. And then he was slightly above average the other two seasons after. So it's not great. They have his outfield stats, but he doesn't play a lot, and he was basically average.
Well, that was the idea. The idea was also
He played 56 innings there.
Well, that's,
But that's how-
that's
to move him.
more than I thought.
Actually, it's more. It's about 200 innings because it was 56 in center and 151 in right.
Oh wow.
So that's like, what? Divide that by 9. I don't know. It's like 22 games.
So projected list, right?
He's also just DH.
Right.
Exactly. But so projected for them per Fangraphs is Kim at second, Soto at right, Machado at third, Bogarts at short, Cronenworth at first, Nola catching, Grisham center,
Mm-hmm.
and then just two random guys that don't even
Who were the random
even-
guys?
Luis Campuzano and
Nope,
Jose
don't know.
Jose something.
Okay.
And
They
that's
might
your
have some free
DH and
agents.
left field. And that's your DH and your
Because-
left fielder. Right. There's plenty of there's a bunch of little guys in the outfield, little names. You got Sullivan, you got
Yeah, I'd never heard of
Aiden,
any
you
of
have
these.
Brendan Dixon, you have Dahl who can play the outfield also.
Yes, but I'm thinking like, where's Profar? Yeah, Jerickson Profar is probably a free agent because he was out there for them.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, he played left field.
That's
Yeah.
catchers, that's why.
right. So if you sign somebody to play left field replacing Profar and put Tatis as your DH, that's a really good lineup.
Well, I mean,
On there.
And the pitching is the same.
right. Well, nasty though.
Yeah, the big three
of course
is
And of course 2023 prospect list isn't out yet, but their number 4 guy is an outfielder, but he's only played in rookie ball, so he's got some time. They got a couple of AA guys that played in the outfield, so they got some time.
I don't know much about their prospects, but I know they just traded a shitload for Soto and Hader. So I mean, it can't be that stacked.
Yeah, no, they're
with high
definitely
level
not.
guys. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't even find their top guy in the first like. I don't even think in the top 100. May not even find their top guy.
So that they might not have a top 100 guy because, like I said, they had a few,
But then
but they
again, this
traded
is
them
also
all.
last year's rankings based on guys who
Right.
haven't been. They may have a diamond in the rough guy who, you know, based on some of these guys who you may be taken off the list. Because remember, this is still last year's list, the end of last year's list. Like the Tigers have a guy named Wilmer Flores who's a right-handed pitcher at 100.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like Wilmer Flores with long hair but pitches.
maybe it is.
Well, it could be his
Maybe he
brother
grew
and
his
his
hair
dad.
out. Grew his hair out, and now no, he's too excited to have Correa. I can't believe people were actually tweeting at Nito.
He gave it a shot.
The way I looked at it is we have to stop someplace, and we still have a bunch of holes to fill.
No, we
So
don't.
Shortstop
Danny.
is like the one hole you don't think about with the Mets, and here we
Danny.
are like
There's no need to
fun
stop.
coupons for everyone. Do you not see the thing scrolling on the bottom of the screen?
yeah, it's
Fun coupons for everyone.
It's literally Monopoly money.
This is how it is now, Danny. We're
Danny,
hypocrites.
there was a time
We're
where we
buying
were that
championships
team.
now. After complaining
Danny.
about it for 20 years, we are the ones buying them now.
Well,
Or
Danny,
at least
we
trying.
there
need
was
to
a
advance
time
past
where
the
we'd
wild
be
card.
watching these guys collecting their paychecks and signing these contracts and saying, "Oh, we needed that hole fill. Oh, we needed that
Yeah.
guy. Oh, that guy would have been great in our lineup." And now look at us. Now we're the guys setting the market for these guys.
I know.
Look at us.
We just
I can't look at us.
Who would have
look at
thought?
us. Look at us.
Look at us. Look
Who would
at
have
us.
thought?
Look at us. No, all jokes aside, it's
Think about it. Brendan Nimmo got
like
$20 million a year.
I thought Bassett was going to get more money.
That shocked me. I would have just bitten the bullet and paid the extra money and got him instead of Quintana if that was going to be his contract.
Yeah, but you would have to give him some more years because again, because you gave the kid a third year out, right? So that's basically
think
he's going
so,
to come
yeah.
here. You gave him out after year 3, so that means he's
Yes.
guaranteed here for this year. He's
And
guaranteed, and then that's when, hey, call your boy Showtime and be like, "Yo, you with me,
Shohei.
bro? Whatever. Call your friend."
God.
And you know what else is going to happen? You know who else Otani is friends with? Candace's contract's going to come up soon, right? Guess what? We're going to need a left fielder. Who else could pay Mike Trout? Who else has the prospects to send to the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim?
Mike Trout has a out.
No,
he has a full trade
for him.
clause, and I'm willing to give up prospects for him.
You can't
Bye,
tell
Mauricio.
me
Go play short.
that you'd have to give that much up for you to take Mike Trout's contract out of their hands.
It shouldn't be as much as people think.
I actually can't see it happening. It's fun to think about. I don't think he's ever going to leave. I think he's just stuck there for the rest of his life, unfortunately.
I don't know. If he sees Otani celebrating in 2 years, he may be like, "Yo, bring me over." No, if there's going to be a team that trades for him and trades a shit ton of prospects, if there's one team that he literally probably went to the front office and said, "Hey, if these guys call and ask about me, I'm going to say no," and it's going to be the Phillies.
Philly. That's it.
That's the team that, like, they don't have to ask him about. The Mets, they have to ask him about probably.
I don't know about Philly. It's
It'd
going to be a hell of
for him to go to Philly.
It's going to be a hell of a
Where does he play?
Center. They don't
In
have
Philly?
Yeah. At the moment, they have no outfielders. Their outfielders are maybe Kyle
until
Schwarber.
December.
I was saying,
Until the end.
I don't think he's going to be able to play until September. The outfield is still like September. So Castellanos is going to have to play the outfield again.
March.
Yeah, I guess they traded for him. They had one of their young
Hoskins
guys
could
playing. No.
Hoskins could place the outfield.
I
He
think
did that for a
Schwarber
little
was
bit.
playing left in the playoffs. No?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
I was
The
so bitter
Cubs,
with
yeah.
baseball. No, there's no way he played. No way. He was their DH.
No.
bu- 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 bu-
I'm looking at a game. The
Based on
Astros
the-
won 4-1. He's the left fielder.
Wow.
Because they
Okay.
have to. Bryce could not do anything but
Oh
DH.
yeah,
He had no
that's right,
choice.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
his arm
Now,
was falling off.
I'm just realizing that myself. Because I was second guessing myself, but he had to DH. He didn't do anything else.
So
So again, they're going with Castellanos and Schwarber in their corners.
per
And I guess
Fangraphs,
Marsh and center.
Schwarber's in opening day will be Schwarber in left, Castellanos in right, and Marsh in center,
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
with Nick Monton and Matt Verlaning as their backup outfielders.
Yeah. But their infield is
Infield could fight the 99 men infield for best in the league.
well, Bohm's okay.
I fucking hate this place. Never forget.
Boom. His career went the complete opposite after that moment. It went straight up in the air after he said that.
What's very funny is like they say that's like a turning point because the Phillies won that game, but they lost. I think we like beat them the next 2 days.
Right.
Wasn't the next or the day before the game where we were down like 9 runs in the ninth inning?
It might have been the day after.
It might have been the day after.
But it was like right around that same. Or no, didn't we go there
It might
for
have been
like
a
3
different
weeks in a row?
Yeah, it might have been a
Yeah.
different series. Yeah,
It all blended together.
it doesn't. Honestly,
There was like a
that
point where we
game-
played them like every other series.
Yeah, that's why
Yes.
we didn't play them after
at
July.
the end. There are things like Pete hit. I was watching some highlights, and Pete hit a homer off.
Oh, someone watched Fantastic Finishes of 2022 already.
I don't know if it was. I think it was
don't
like a
even think it's
YouTube
out.
video. It was Pete, and he hit a walk off against the Cardinals. I could have sworn it was like July, and it was like May. And I don't.
It's out. I scrolled past. I passed it the other night.
It was definitely May because I saw Schwarzer's start against the Cardinals. I went to one of his like first at least
Yeah,
5 starts.
like April or May. I don't know. I thought it was later in the year. Anyway, I think we have to talk about the New York Giants.
Let's do it. Big playoff game on Sunday. Let's go. Let's ride.
Giants
We should
country.
whip out
Let's
the
ride.
color. We should whip out the. No, I would say the color rush jerseys, but we don't win in those jerseys.
Yeah, we only have one win in those shirts.
By the way, who's Jacksonville playing this weekend?
No idea.
They are hosting the Cowboys.
Oh, right.
That's right. That's right.
They're having a blackout versus the Cowboys.
Well, their fans will be blacked out on Sunday afternoon.
Is it in
Fans won't
Dallas?
even be there. It'll be all Cowboys fans in that stadium.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know that feeling. That's not fun.
Oh, Danny. I can only imagine.
I was in my personal hell.
I would have gotten up and left right then and there.
Yeah, not fun. So
When?
I had the 7-Lion Army of Philly fans in my section on Sunday. So I never thought 30 guys can all get seats together. So they did.
No.
I felt like I was in Philly. which
So were
was
they? I
impressive.
mean, were they?
No, they
Atmosphere.
they were what Philly fans were. I
Okay.
actually had to become friendly. Me and Rob were friendly with the guy in front of us after he did the DX chop it, suck it, chaps, while saying respectively. So we're like, all right, we'll try to be friends with this guy so we can
Right.
just watch the game and then go home at halftime.
Right.
But they were all right. It was typical Philly. It was just like wasn't our day. the best way of putting it.
So, what needs to change? And that seems
We,
like a
we
simple
need to get
question.
healthy offensively. We need nothing against Nick Gates, but we need 2 new guards. And we
Yeah,
can
well,
move
Nick Gates should
back
be
to center next
center.
year.
Yeah, Nick Gates should be a center, but
Thought he was the center.
no,
He is a
unfortunately,
center.
Feliciano.
He's
Oh,
basically
that guy
your
stinks too, though.
Yeah,
Luis
unfortunately.
Guillaume of the offensive line. He just
Nick Gates.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, with one leg.
See, that's not great.
Yeah,
It's tough moving people around like that when they're injured.
yeah. So, yeah, interior line really stinks. Our secondary is completely shot, which we've been saying for the last couple of weeks. Our linebackers
and I
suck.
said it last week. It sucks because you can't blitz when you have to have 8 defensive backs on the field at all times because none of them
Right.
can cover anybody.
I kind of wish Aziz Ojulari wasn't hurt all year. He's been really fun the last couple of weeks.
Maybe
K-
should
There's a lot of
Kayvon's
we were
been
looking
playing
for.
great. Kayvon's
There's a
been
lot
looking
of what
great.
we were looking for. The positives for next season, right? So we're
Right.
already at the 7 wins, right? It's already higher win total than we expected. So that's
Right.
already a positive. And there's a lot of good young players that we're watching that we know that. And it was weird. I didn't get a chance to read the article. Dan Duggan of The Athletic, like, quote tweeted somebody on Twitter because I have his alerts on it. And he said, like, there's not even a point to cut Galladay because they're going to have so much money in cap space next year. And I was like, oh, okay. That's good to hear.
You
But
should
again, like,
probably look
that-
for
that-
a permanent punt returner so you don't have to use good players on punt return. That's my advice.
Well, or just
Yeah.
a guy who doesn't live in the concussion protocol all week.
Sure.
Well, I mean, Richie James did get lit up. From
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. And now he's permanently in the concussion protocol every week until
Richie James probably. Here's one thing I don't pay a lot of attention to the Giants. Nothing good I've ever heard about Richie James. It's all bad things.
He is the garbage
He had a
time
touchdown
superstar,
that
Vince. All 3 of his touchdowns were in garbage time this year, Vince.
Okay.
listen, he also helped a lot of people make a lot of money last week because he helped them.
You know what?
Yep,
I take it back. You're getting
I think it was the
receiver
over.
touchdowns. So that's a
Isaiah Hodgins has been good with Eli, Daniel Jones. So that's been
I've liked Hodgins, and I was a big fan of the pickup because he knew the offense.
right.
He was just one of those guys who just knew what he was doing. It's not like we had to bring
But
him in. It's kind of
then
like when
again,
Baker went to the Rams.
yeah.
He just kind of went there and played well.
But then again, he has no business being on the field if we had a real receiving core. But he's doing what he has to do right now, and I respect it. Yeah, no, just the healthy secondary. It's going to be interesting. Hopefully Leo gets back. That also is huge because other than Dexter Lawrence, you're able to double and triple team Dexter, and we get washed down at the other tackle, so that's good. And unfortunately, my guy Julian Love needs to bat down the ball instead of going for the interception.
That was like such a weird thing too, because like
And he's
from
such
my
a
angle,
smart
you're just
player,
kind of like
too.
watching. It's like, did he go for the ball? Did he duck under the guy because he was afraid the guy was going to hit him in the head? Did he try to
went for the
avoid the
ball.
guy?
Oh,
It's
he
like,
went for the
what
ball.
are you doing, guy? But
That
he was
was
like
my
behind him.
That was the lowest point because it was right.
That was
at
the
me.
lowest point.
Well,
That was the lowest point. You mean the Devontae Smith wide open touchdown on the punt that dropped right in front of you?
Yeah, well, that was bad too. That was like, all right, it's still 7-0. It's gonna be bad, but like it was just like, all right, now we know it's gonna
and
be
then
bad.
Devontae scored. Then we got the ball back, went 3 and out, and then he dropped the ball and kicked it.
Right.
And
yeah, that was bad
and
too.
the best was the tweet.
Yeah, what
But
the hell was
best
that?
tweet? The best tweet had to be, well, these refs are really learning to seeing if they know the special teams play the rule book this week.
Oh well, that was
'Cause there
funny
was
too.
like
Their
shit
punter
all
messed
over the
up.
place that nobody knew what was going on.
Isn't
Everyone's
that
like, I think
technically
it's
a field goal opportunity if you drop kick it?
no. You got to
It's
tell
on
them
our
you're drop kicking it.
20-yard
Oh,
line,
okay.
Vince.
Not on
No,
the
but
other
I'm
side of
saying-
the field.
No, but I'm saying literally, like, isn't that the rule that if
Would
the
have been
ball
an
hits the
80-yard field
ground?
goal.
I'm aware that he wasn't trying to do that, but he dropped the ball too far. It's his fault.
No, you
And
have
then-
to apparently tell them. I was reading about it on the way home.
Okay.
Like, you have to tell the refs that you're doing a drop kick if you want to do that for a field goal.
Got it.
And
Like,
then
like if your kicker's hurt, you have to
Yeah.
inform the other team that it's going to be a drop kick.
Got it.
You can't just do it.
Okay.
You know, should have just had
and
Daniel
then-
Jones back there, pooch punt. Same fucking thing.
Seriously. And then our block punt, the punter catches it and almost catches the first down, even though it's highly illegal. That was fun.
That was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this game, there would be nothing. I was like, I want this. When he started running, when he picked the ball up and started running, I wanted him to get the first down because I was just like, just get it, just do it, guy, because that's how this
He was
game is going.
2 yards short, and then the video board
And then they
shows him-
reviewed it. And
the
then they
video
review it.
board, the video board, and all the Eagle fans. Oh, he's unbounds! Like, oh my god, this is not happening right now.
Like,
And I go.
nobody
and I
knew
go-
the ball was alive except for the punter. Like, even the Eagle guys stopped playing in that play after we blocked it.
Oh man,
Wait. I honestly didn't know that was right. So if you get your punt blocked, I can then pick it up and run
Yeah.
and like get a first down.
Well, normally when you get your punt blocked, a
Yeah, they
good
get it.
team
I
that
get
blocks your
that.
punt. No, a good team that blocks your punt usually hits the punt or two at the same time, so they fall
Right.
down. We're just stupid, and you
okay,
know.
Got it. This is wait. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up too. It's another stupid rule like that. Do you guys know, Danny? You just know more rules than I do. The rule on a blocked field goal getting picked up, like Leon Lett kind of shit.
hmm
What is the rule with that? Like, because I never people get their field goals blocked all the time, but nobody goes after the ball. You just leave it on the ground.
well, that's why you lay it on the ground. But if it's like a punt situation.
Yeah,
So if
if
the
like
defense
let's say if
touch-
you're
if the
if,
block-
if
The team that blocks the punt touches it,
Yeah,
then I can pick it up and score.
right.
Okay, that's madness.
You never see it, so
No, all right, you just don't. you
right,
just
so if
leave
it's a regular field goal attempt and the Giants block it, they can then pick up the ball and go the other way and get 6 points. If it's an extra
Right.
point, the Giants can go the other way and get 2 points.
right.
That was a new
But
rule
I'm-
they added a couple of years ago.
I'm saying
Or your
you
team
kick a
can be
field
like,
goal-
wait a minute, you blocked it. That's a live ball. Let me go get it.
right.
If it just sits there on the ground after a certain time, the refs just blow the whistle and be like, you're all stupid. And
Right. This
Someone
is
took
all
the
came
ball.
from. A video came up on
The Leon Lett
YouTube.
Thanksgiving with the
No,
snow?
not of that one specifically, but it was like just different touchdowns at like every yardage, like from 0 to 99, and there was like 4 field goals that were blocked, and then the kicking team picked it up and went and scored without anybody touching the ball. And I was like, why does nobody ever try that?
Well,
I
the
don't-
Tyreek Hill fumble touchdown was crazy last Sunday. as
Jesus.
well.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
the one
officially
guy-
scored every possible way except for a punt block recovery or a kick block recovery. He has a punt return, a kick return, a receiving, a rushing, a passing, and the fumble recovery. They just have to put him on defense and let him get a pick 6.
Well, I
Well,
don't know.
yeah.
Which should be
Maybe.
stupid to do, but still.
Alright.
This guy's nuts, so he may actually put that.
Not even, but like, he's not tall enough to like go on to play defense on a Hail Mary or something.
he could be
like
a
that, you know?
safety.
But back to the Giants. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
back
a
to the
typical
Giants.
game you like to forget. Playoff game
we-
on Sunday night.
Are we gonna get any memorable games coming up? Because there've been a lot of forgettable ones.
Hopefully Sunday night.
That's it.
Trust me, we're
4.5
not forgetting
point
any of this.
underdogs.
What?
Finally back
said
to where
four-
we want to be. Back
Yeah,
to
4.5
those
point
underdogs.
underdogs though.
Yeah, hopefully we win the coin toss. We haven't won the coin toss in the last couple of weeks.
Is that the key?
Yeah. So we get to defer and
Yeah,
then
because
work our magic.
because people are smart. They let us play offense first, so they know we go 3 and out and we look like shit,
Right.
and we have no confidence playing offense.
Correct.
Because we have this running back who's basically was on somewhat of an MVP base, and then we just decide to, hey, we're just not going to
But-
give you the ball anymore.
But now you're saying that you can't block, so I can't. totally blame him if you have
Yeah.
nobody to block.
Stats
Yeah,
back
they
it up,
could've really-
unfortunately, Vin. He's like lost the total like yard and a half after contact. It's been bad. So
Well, that's not great either. If you can't break tackles,
no,
regardless, you're kind of screwed.
yeah. So
He'll definitely be signing. I feel like he's got a very good chance of signing his
If I were
his
him, I'd
franchise
leave.
tag.
yeah,
would leave.
I see a franchise coming.
It's like a $10 million franchise tag, so it's like worth
Yeah.
the tag.
I know
on
it's
him.
nothing.
In worst cases, you could do it for 2 years.
What's the Kenny Galladay update?
He got on the field and then they yelled at him to get off the other day. I saw that a couple times.
That's tough.
Rough. And
Uh,
Andrew Thomas still has more touchdowns than him.
Don't believe he's had a catch since that Lion game where we bet on the score touchdown.
No, he
I
has.
still can't believe they was 1-on-1 at the goal line and they didn't lob it up to him. Literally the
Listen.
reason you paid him all that money.
We bet him to score a touchdown on the day he had his best game of the year, 2 catches, 29 yards.
Killing it.
Better than 2 catches for 222 yards. So, listen. I was on
He
the right
came
track.
closer than that other game.
He played 17% of the offensive snaps last week.
Not good.
I mean,
Yeah, that was because they let him play at the end of the game when nobody else was playing.
Right.
I don't even know why I'm harping on it. It's hysterical.
He needs to be traded to the Rams for free so he can go play with his boy Stafford.
He's going to get cut, right? His contract is cuttable.
Not
After
really.
June 1st, it becomes cuttable. But apparently, according to The Athletic, it's not worth cutting him because
Okay.
the Giants are going to have a ton of cap space. But again, and the Talking Giant guys talk about this.
Just get him out of the way, though.
The biggest need isn't necessarily the worst position on the team. The biggest need is the number 1 wide receiver.
I guess.
Right.
Because they
Biggest
don't
need-
have that.
Biggest need is a quarterback.
Not so fast.
I wouldn't say quite yet because if you could give Jones that like 2-year, 3-year bridge deal, 2-year with a cut, it may be worth doing that compared to what are you going to overpay Tyler Heineke? What are you going to
I don't know.
send the 3rd-round pick to the stupidest owner in football for a backup quarterback that's
No,
never played in Green Bay?
I'm almost like at just start over. You know, you got your coach and your GM, just let them go pick a quarterback kind of thing.
Yeah, but who's available where they're
I
going
don't
to
know.
pick?
Caleb Williams?
He's not available this year.
Yeah, he's staying.
So wait till next year.
He's a
Okay.
junior. He's a sophomore. He's got 1 more
So
year.
we're tanking for Caleb Williams.
I wouldn't tank for Caleb Williams.
No, I really didn't think it was that great.
The last thing I want to see is F Philly on his nails, and then we get blown out by 60 points.
You don't like USC quarterbacks either.
I don't.
It
Yeah,
is-
another thing. Let's avoid those guys.
Carson was at least pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until the guy rolled around on the ground and took out his knee.
Even when he went to Arizona those couple years, he was pretty good.
Kurt Warner was good in Arizona. What does that mean?
Okay, sorry, found it. Okay. When you cut them after the season, they'll create $6.7 million in cap space while eating $14.7 million in dead money. So that's to Steve's point.
Okay, but he just
Yeah, but there's
him,
a June 1st.
I don't want to
number.
see him anymore.
That's the key.
I don't.
Okay,
care.
sorry. Then I reading the thread. Post June 1st cut next year might be the best move. 13.5 million in cap savings, and you spread the dead money over 2 years.
Whatever it is.
7.9 dead money.
Yeah, it's like
Hopefully,
7,
this
9,
guy
and
knows what
6.
he's talking
Just
about.
go away.
I could
That's
be
it.
saying that.
He's useless.
Was that Duggan or
Can't-
was
he
that?
doesn't play
No,
special
some
teams.
follower of his,
He has 4 catches and he doesn't play special teams.
and he has
needs to
16
just leave.
followers.
So
So,
Yeah, so here, the Kenny Galladay contract. So this was going into the year. This is this year.
right.
Or he's still on the team next year, and then you have an out. But even with the out, it gives you an extra 2 more years of him. It's a 3-year out. So ideally, it's keeping him on the team. But if you cut him now, you save $13 million. There you go. That alone gives you the
He's
franchise
gone.
tag for Barkley.
Yeah, he's gone.
There's gonna
Adios,
be
amigo.
people out there. So who's wide
Sammy
receiver?
Watkins got a job.
Free agents 2023. Let's see. I would
I'm
say
predicting
Aguilar,
both.
but he doesn't know what day of the week it is anymore. Randall Cobb, the free agent, man.
No, he's not. That's
At the
a
end of the year, he is.
well. He has a lifetime contract until Aaron Rodgers leaves. Julio
Alan
Jones.
Lazard's a free agent.
Alan Lazard might actually leave. They were talking about that today. Look so look at this list. How many of these people are better than Alan Lazard? Honestly, Juju.
I mean, every one of them.
Okay,
Juan Johnson.
go sort it by yards. He's number 2, behind Juju, and number 3,
On touchdowns. He's tied for
Darius
first in
Slayton.
touchdowns.
He's first in touchdowns. Again, you could argue he's the best receiver available.
I don't know. Paris Campbell is available.
Noah Brown from Dallas. That's one of those things like he'll get like a Christian Kirk, mini contract. Where it's like somebody's like, oh, Noah Brown's the next big thing.
Marvin Jones is a free agent.
Marvin
He's
Jones
up there
still
in age.
plays?
Matthew Sladen's a free agent too.
So there's no good free agent wide receivers. He'll fit right in.
Hardman out of Kansas City.
Hey, boy, receivers free agent. Excuse me.
Scotty Miller's a free agent. Ben's favorite white guy.
Who?
Scotty Miller.
Fuck Scotty Miller.
So, want to talk about the Jets real quick?
Not really.
Can we? I saw the funniest meme. I meant to send you guys this meme. It literally says, Joe Flacco's hit the point in his career where the Jets almost had a quarterback get cut in half, and they still put him in over Joe Flacco at the end of the game.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
That's another guy who's going to get. Listen, if you look, this is the year of the Matt Flynn contracts coming this offseason.
I admire Mike White's toughness. It just wasn't.
But I'm sorry, this guy literally moved, and you heard cracking on the screen.
Yeah. And Joe Flacco had no interest in doing anything. Truly.
It was cold and wet. Would you want to do that?
No.
At his age, would you want to do anything?
You wouldn't.
Did you see they promoted Zach today?
To what?
Yeah, the
The
backup.
second string.
So who's starting?
Mike.
Oh,
As
he's
of right
playing?
now, Mike Williams and his lack of ribs will be starting.
Funkin' Gumby's playing quarterback over here. Jesus Christ.
Those were some hits,
Well,
man.
That was-
one where the linebacker just literally
Yeah,
it
Matt
looked like
Milano. He
Deadpool.
just he went you don't see that a lot. He was full a V around the D.
Yeah, I saw it.
That was
You don't see that in football. Nobody
No,
tackles
you
like
don't. That was he got jacked up. If that would have been unjacked
that.
up
If this
we were
was still, if
allowed
that
to
was
do
still a
that.
segment, yeah.
Yeah. If we were still allowed to do that, pre-concussions, he was jacked up.
Isn't it funny that nobody's complaining about him getting hit though? All you see is these quarterbacks get hit.
Well, they weren't hit head.
Right. It
Well,
was
you
a
want to
clean
protect
hit.
you want to protect their ribs now too? I mean, they got to be able to get hit somewhere. You want them to wear body
It was a
armor?
It was a completely clean hit.
100% clean hit. They're gonna be in SWAT gear back there next time.
Talking about that, there was some interesting rule changes ideas today announced. Which is funny because I was playing Madden the other day and I shut it off because I'm pretty sure it was a glitch. But you know how when the quarterback's about to throw and you just hit the square button because you got the tackle button because you got the guy close enough?
Right.
and you're
Okay.
hoping you get the sack.
Sure.
Literally, the guy threw the ball, and my guy Thibodeau, landed in front of the quarterback in Madden, and they threw a flag. Didn't
Yeah,
even
Madden.
touch him.
Yeah, it glitches a lot with roughing the passer calls.
And I'm just
I've
like,
seen
are you
I've
kidding?
seen it.
Like,
Yeah,
this
I've
is
seen
worse
it.
than the regular league.
Yeah,
So
it glitches.
apparently, there was a winter meeting today for some new proposals, including which the NHL kind of does it this way, which is what I would like the league to kind of do, but
I
limit
don't
the
want
time.
anybody to do anything the way NHL does it.
So basically, if there's a major penalty, it's reviewed, right?
Okay, it is.
For example, last week there was a high sticking claw on the Islanders, and the guy got cut. And they actually reviewed it because they thought if it was like they had to look to see if it was like intent or whatever, and it was actually determined that the guy teammate hit him in the face with the stick,
Right.
or he
So-
himself. So they took the penalty off the board. So
I
it's
think
something
this
similar to
happened-
that.
This happened with the Rangers. It might have been in the playoffs last year they
They pulled the
it was
penalty away.
No, so it was the rule used to be if it was a double minor you could review it, but you couldn't take the penalty away. So somebody high sticked somebody, and they saw that it was his teammate's stick, but they couldn't take
So
the
they-
penalty away. So they still had to give him 2
So
minutes.
they changed it where you can take the penalty
Where
away.
you can
if
take the
it's
penalty
not.
away now. Yes,
Yeah, you can take the penalty away.
that was a
So
new thing. This
something
year.
similar to that with the NFL when it comes to these roughing the passer calls. Throw the flag. No, but here's the key. If it's like defensive receiver or defensive player type of scenario,
Mhm.
review it. And guess
So we're
what? Just like in college, you can throw the
targeting,
guy
yeah.
out. Targeting type of thing. Do it
Yeah.
that way. And you could do that with roughing the passer calls too, because let's face it, there was also a play last week where was it Brady got choked out or somebody looked like he was about to get choke slammed? Like one of the quarterbacks had a hand around his neck. I forgot what
didn't
guy
see
it
that.
was. And nobody
the
threw a
prob-
flag on that, and everyone's like, you throw a flag if the guy tapped him, but you won't throw a flag if this guy gets choked.
The problem is this just becomes like it was with the pass interference penalties, and it's just we're just sitting here still talking about it even though it got reviewed. It's still gonna happen.
Well, that also went terribly wrong.
Oh, that went horrible. I know, but if they start reviewing roughing the passer, I feel like the same thing would happen.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
but it could be an easy.
Hopefully it's like how it is with college. It's so seamlessly normally.
And you know what else they could do? Literally, all the refs have earpieces in, and the main ref has an earpiece to the guy upstairs, the replay guy upstairs, right? So, for example, when they see a guy have a concussion, they're like, "Hey, stop the play! You're getting buzzed. You stop the play. Boom! There you go. You get a guy off the field, right?" So while they're discussing the flag, have the guy upstairs looking at it, being like, "Hey, let's take an extra look at this together." Just be like, "Hey, there was a rough flag on the play, roughing the passer, plays on the review." Then you can pull the flag up. You know, these guys are like afraid to hit quarterbacks because of this.
Well, yeah, I mean they have to be. It's just at any moment, this whole landing with your weight rule is just it's impossible to
How do you stop to not?
I don't know how you do that. It's impossible to change it, to change the way you do it. I don't know. That one seems like you gotta scale it back a little bit.
Yeah, so if they could figure out a way to kind of incorporate the college rule and the same type of thing, then, that's the way I look at it. I wouldn't go full on where, oh, we saw roughing the passer, we're going to go review it now for 5 minutes, and you're going to have to sit here. And, that's just basically a league of saying, hey, here's extra time to spend more money, sponsors, spend more money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Which is funny because there was a point in the Islander game last week, I think it was Saturday, where they went like 10 straight minutes of playtime without a whistle.
Yeah.
And then there was a whistle with like 40 seconds left in the period.
And then with the commercial?
And they went to commercial, and we were just like, there's 40 seconds left in the period. You didn't have to do it. You could have taken an extra commercial during the intermission.
Something.
Here's a little fun fact for you guys. point differential among teams with 10+ wins.
Yeah, I
So
saw
it's
this. It was
currently-
really funny.
So you
Or
got
at
the
least-
Eagles.
After this, you want to go to the picks?
Yeah, we'll go to picks after this. So you got the Eagles at plus 138, the Bills at plus 132,
Great. both
Cowboys
great.
at plus 131,
Wonderful.
the Chiefs at plus 86,
Not as
and the
wonderful, but still
Vikings
very good.
at a whopping -1.
Still count.
Ah!
Still counts.
They still
And guess
won all
what?
those games.
With that, they still have a shot at winning the division, clinching the division this week.
Well, yeah.
Because that other team up there suck.
The Lions, right. Yep, correct.
Lions are going to make the playoffs, have a better chance of making the playoffs than you do at this point.
I mean, at the moment, they're about to pass you, motherfucker. Danny
My
is
favorite
so
was
salty
Rob
the
in the
Giants are going
parking
to
lot.
finish the season with 7 and I don't know, whatever.
No, come
math
on.
would
Get
be.
me one more win, Vin.
The funny, yeah, we play the Colts again.
You'll be
this year.
7,
Leave us
9,
alone.
and 1. Yeah, 7, 9, and 1.
8,
First
9,
off, we play the Colts. We're probably going to play the Eagles in a game where I don't even know what the name of their backup is. We'll probably play
Minshew.
most of it. No, it's
Speaking
not.
of-
It's the guy behind him that they're already talking about playing in that game.
Well, if you play Gardner Minshew, you're going to lose. That's just a fact.
Rest in peace,
Eagles.
Coach Leach.
Coach Leach. Yeah, jeez. That was crazy. All right, so
Yeah,
Bills
they said it was a heart.
win the division they're in.
Ian Book is the third string quarterback that they're already talking. Former
Oh,
Notre Dame
please,
great.
Please, Ian Book.
Former Notre Dame
It's
great.
only fitting that Danny would lose a game to Ian Book.
Right. Playoffs on the line, and Ian Brook is the
Sorry,
guy
Danny.
that beats-
Honestly, it's all about tonight, Sunday, because the Giants will have an 85% chance if they win on Sunday to a.
Right, because they
if
get the
they
tiebreaker
lose-
over Washington. with
You-
the win.
If they lose, it's down
You're
to
going
30%.
to walk in to Taylor Heineke's house and win?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Excuse me, we're gonna be afraid once we see the statue that they built for Sean Taylor.
As soon as you
17-14.
see,
17
As soon as you see
14.
the statue on the way to the locker room, we're gonna start getting shaking in our boots.
Yep.
17-14.
All right, so
One
the Bills
score.
clinch a playoff berth with a win.
Giants are going to be extremely intimidated by a Macy's mannequin in a hallway.
Daniel Jones is
And
gonna get his
a
first
busted
prime
pipe in
time-
the locker room, I'm sure.
Daniel Jones is
and,
getting his first primetime win.
you know what's funny? You know what's funny about it? Yo, if Daniel Jones
I'm
loses this
sorry.
game, they should make the Vikings Giants game at prime time to see if one of them could win a game.
Just
in
see what
prime time.
happens. Somebody's got to win.
That game
Or
would
you
totally
tie.
end in a tie. That game
People
would so
forget-
end in a tie.
People forget it's his first Sunday night football game. Completely different animal.
Really?
Yeah.
They've all been Monday night or Thursday?
Yeah.
Thursdays, yeah.
Good luck with that.
And the one
And not only is
flex
his
they,
first
the
one,
Browns
he wasn't
game was
even
Colt
supposed to
McCoy.
have one. He wasn't
Yeah,
even
Colt-
supposed to have a Sunday
And Colt
night football
McCoy
game.
played the one when they got killed by the Browns in 2020.
Great.
All right, so
Okay.
Bills
So
clinch a playoff
Bills
spot with a win
Playoff spot
in the
with a
snow. In the
win.
snow,
Chiefs win the division with a win
or a Charger loss.
or a Charger loss.
100 ties and a bunch of people losing, and they're in the playoffs. Eagles are in. Cowboys are in the playoffs with a win. They're in the blackout in Jacksonville.
Pretty simple.
Hold on. Cowboys tie. Either the Giants or Washington will have to.
Doesn't end in a tie.
As long as it doesn't end in a tie and the
That
Cowboys
wording
tie,
was a
the
little weird
Cowboys
for a
get a
second.
playoff spot. Can you imagine the Cowboys tie and then we end up tying and they're just like, we just didn't make the playoffs this week because those guys ended up in a tie.
That would be
Everybody
hilarious.
tied.
They should let us
Uh-oh.
finish over. They should let us finish overtime, then play the real game. So like at 7:30, play
No.
OT.
Right. Or whoever wins this game gets both wins.
No, I like when we were walking out of the game, the people being like, at least have some sort of like field goal kickoff. Neither guy could hit one going in that direction.
Yeah,
Let's see who
go-
could hit the
go on
first one to
Steve's
make it
side.
wins.
Steve's side has all the field goals.
No, we're gonna do old school Madden mini games, coffin corner punting.
Our
Since
our
no-
punter can't do
But our
that.
punter can't
Well,
even catch
sorry.
catch a snap, so we already lost.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
I'm a fucking Swedish hammer. I can't even fucking.
All the
catch
wind
anyone.
comes to me.
Minnesota clinches.
No, the wind
North
comes away
window
from you.
win.
The wind's
Right,
coming
right,
towards me.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
The wind's coming from your back.
Right. So my back going towards you. Yes.
Yeah. Vikings clinch the division with the win, and Thursday night, Brock Purdy can win the division.
He's also questionable at the moment.
Yeah, who's playing quarterback for them if he doesn't play this week?
And it's also ribs like Mike White.
Who's their backup? It has. Oh, it's Josh Johnson.
Oh, that's right.
We talked about it. They signed him.
He can
from
play.
America.
He can play good one game.
Yeah, he can hang in there.
We've seen it before.
Imagine just Jimmy walks in with like a boot and his jersey and just like, I got this, guys.
I honestly don't remember what Trey Lance's injuries are, but if they're not,
It was an
his-
ankle.
Okay,
He
he can
broke his
play
ankle.
on one leg. He can play on one leg.
Listen,
I honestly think their quarterback can play on crutches.
you're telling me you guys weren't looking forward to that December 15th Josh Johnson versus Geno Smith matchup for the NFC West?
Oh, yeah, for the division. Geno Smith's going to play a playoff game this year, guys.
Now, if we have anything to say about it. Oh, wait, they have a tiebreaker. Never
Washington,
mind.
yeah.
Good luck
Well,
with that.
if we beat Washington, then they get the spot.
Good luck with that.
Niners are hot. I'm going Niners.
Oh, 100%.
They're the hot team
Yeah.
right now. I don't really care who plays quarterback for them. Their
That's
defense is
an
just...
yeah. Ooh. I mean, to cover,
3.5 should be easy.
it should be, but I don't know.
I'm going Vikings. So Vikings.
I don't even know
That's
who's
2
playing
weeks
for
in
the
a row.
Bulls.
They're trying to bait you into taking the Vikings. There's no way it should only be 4.5.
Yo, for like 2.5 hours, Rob just talked about how the Vikings are the lock of the week.
Yeah.
And I
he
just
talked
kept my
me
mouth
into-
shut. I'm like, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Yeah,
It's not
He
gonna
talked
happen,
me
but I'm
into
not
it
saying
going
it.
to the seats, so I said, "Fuck it. I'll take one for the team." And it was not good.
Who's
And he
playing
laughed.
quarterback for the Ravens?
Hundley still.
Well, he was
Yeah,
hurt too.
he practiced. No,
He got hurt
he
too?
was limited today.
He got
Oh.
hurt in the game that they
Oh.
won.
I have no idea.
I'm taking the Browns.
Is it still that Penn State kid?
Oh,
No.
Trace. No,
No,
he's
it's
somewhere
not
else
Trace
now.
McSorley.
He's somewhere else now.
Fun fact:
Forget.
you go to like their depth chart. There's nobody behind either of them.
Oh,
Anthony Brown.
Yeah,
Never
that's
heard
it.
of him. Did JPP get
Out of-
cut by
out of-
them?
Who?
JPP?
No,
Oh, okay.
he's just terrible.
Yeah, okay. I'm going Ravens.
Browns don't get to 500. We all know that.
A lot of snow on Saturday. That's
Makes
a
me
lot of
want-
points.
Yeah, it makes me want the points.
I'm gonna cover that
doing it.
one.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
snow kind of scares you off on the points.
yeah. Wait, there's 4 games on Saturday? Oh, that's Thursday. Never mind.
Three.
Whoops.
Yeah. 3 and 3.
See, the question is, in the snow and the wind, does he learn from last year where he doesn't make Josh Allen throw the ball 55 times like he did against the Patriots in that game?
Josh Allen can't throw the ball in general right now. That's a
Okay,
problem.
so that's good. I'll the first 2
He-
games stink, so I could
His elbow was fucked, I think.
get away from watching.
I have
this.
Hanukkah.
Have
Hanukkah at the ants during the day.
fun with that.
I think I'm off Saturday too. I made it so I'm pretty sure I'm off every Saturday in the month of December. Kind of worked out pretty well for me.
Yeah, that works.
So this game is going to be interesting. Desmond Ritter is making his NFL debut.
Oh, he's going off. He's
Is
gonna
he?
he's gonna fight for the Falcons to get a playoff spot. And the Saints are just, as long as Andy Dalton's there, is just awful.
I'm going Saints.
Yeah, me too.
Eagles. They like we were saying.
No, I'm going
like,
Falcons there. I don't even know who's playing quarterback for the Bears, so it doesn't even matter.
like the
He-
Eagles, other than the AFC, they have if like they should make it to the Super Bowl with no problem.
What do you guys think though? Like the AFC team, I think the AFC team is going to win the Super Bowl regardless.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, it depends on who's going to play quarterback for the AFC team because, if you get one of these guys, then
I mean,
taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
an easy
riding
one.
the Lions.
that's
Oh, what
right.
else is crazy? Dan Campbell's going to be a coach in a playoff game.
Did you hear what he said the other day about the
That play was,
game-winning play?
yeah, that was hilarious.
Ridiculous.
That he didn't even know what was happening because
He had no idea. Yeah, he had. Well, yeah, he was like, he's like, they were doing the wave, and I got distracted. What the fuck?
What a meathead.
And then what do you get distracted from? They're throwing it to my all-pro left tackle. All right, well, guess what
Alrighty
we're
then.
doing now.
Oh, this is a tough.
So basically, he admitted that he has no control on that team. Got it.
Oh, 100%.
Carolina.
I don't even. This is. They should just cancel this game. They
one.
really
Yeah,
should.
Carolina, because we don't know about Pickett. Rudolph might play.
Isn't Trubisky here too?
Yeah, he is. No, I think he played.
Oh no, he's not
okay.
on the injured list this week.
No, just pick it.
So this is they're begging.
Why
you
did
to
they
take the
trade
Cowboys.
for Najee Harris and the receiver? Oh
Who?
no, they traded Claypool. Never mind.
They traded Claypool. They always
Yeah.
had Najee Harris.
I mean, the Cowboys better win this, but
They better win. I don't know if they're gonna cover. I mean, they didn't
The
cover last
Jaguars
week.
have played well.
yes, they
That's
have.
the
I
thing.
know, but 5
The
points.
Cowboys played so bad last week that they're gonna be very angry.
They better be.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars to cover it. And the Chiefs to cover it.
You
It's not
think
fair putting their. It's
Yeah,
not fair putting
They
that
didn't
offense.
they didn't
But
cover
then again, last
week?
week they covered that 17 against against Dallas.
yeah.
I know.
Is Lovey getting fired? Like I feel bad for that.
Nah, I,
He's
I
just-
think they just know this was.
He
a
gets put
filler.
down mercifully at the end of the season.
I don't think so. They just know they were gonna suck anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take the Texans to cover. That's what I'm gonna do. If we're canceling games, can we add this to the list too?
Yes.
Colt McCoy, baby. Colt McCoy.
I'm taking Colt McCoy over Mark Rippon or Brett Rippon over the hell playing quarterback for the Broncos.
So let's see the
Oh.
important stuff.
What is with these
On
half-point
Sunday.
spreads?
Because they all suck. These teams suck.
Oh my god.
On Sunday at 1:00, Jets and Lions, Cowboys Jacksonville, and then 4:00 Tampa Bay Cincinnati. On Channel
Literally
2.
nothing. Literally nothing.
And then, All right, I am going to take the Cardinals. What the hell?
I know.
All these teams suck.
I'm taking
You know what
the Raiders
stinks is
are hot.
all these
I'm taking
matchups are going to be like week 3 matchups.
Are they
this
hot,
year.
Vince? Then they're not allowed to be hot. They lost to Baker Mayfield, who was on the team
Oh,
for
I
a
forgot
day
about
and a half.
that. See, that game doesn't count because in my head they won because I went to
No.
sleep and it was 16-3.
No.
And
No.
also Devontae, and you literally texting us how you're touching yourself to Devontae Adams beating Jalen Ramsey.
Danny, they didn't throw him the ball after you said that.
By the way, also, it is a McDaniel revenge game.
Sure, but Danny,
Is it though?
you
McDaniel
texted us
sucks as a
that
head coach.
He's terrible.
you texted us that he had 3 catches for 77 yards.
All
I woke
those
up the next
catches
morning,
were insane.
he still had 3 catches for 77
those
yards.
catches
Yeah.
were insane.
And
he
I had
earned
a
both of them.
And then
thing
they
where
just
all I
never
needed
threw
him
the
to
ball
do was
again.
get 4 more yards, and I would have won $80. But
Why?
they decided to stop throwing him the ball.
Now I'm taking the Patriots just because you reminded me of how annoying that was. That they just don't give the ball to their best player.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I needed him for a prop.
You know what you should do, Vin? Jordan Love and a first for Devontae and Carr.
Sure, I would do it.
And every first you have forever. Carr sits on the bench waiting for Rodgers to call it quits. Rodgers gets Devontae back. Everybody wins.
Belichick's gonna make Derek Carr cry, so I'm going the Patriots.
Oh my God, what happened?
This may be the worst 7-6 teams I've ever watched in my life playing against each other.
The Chargers have to win.
And
Come
it was
I'm
amazing how
taking Tennessee.
the Dolphins couldn't take advantage of their secondary on Sunday.
I'm taking
Because
Tennessee.
Tua stinks.
I'm taking the Titans as well.
I'm taking the Chargers. Fuck it.
Bengals.
My guy.
It's crazy how many people had this as a
Joe
Super
Money.
Bowl matchup.
Absolutely not.
Is this
I
the
know I
game they
said it.
flexed out?
No, they flexed out
No.
the Charger game.
Yeah.
No, the Chief game, right? No, Charger
Chiefs. Oh no,
game. They did
played-
not have
No, the
No,
Chiefs was last week.
Yeah, it was the Chargers.
I don't think the Chiefs and Texans was a game that they were highlighting
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
for hope in
It
the
was-
late December.
Right, it was the
Right.
Chiefs last week. I think it was the Charger Titans. this
Right,
week.
you're right.
It was either them or it had to be.
We-
This one was the only other option, right?
No. We had the same thought, Danny.
All right, I'm
This
going
had to
the
be
Giants.
the only other option.
Now
What's-
or never.
When's the last time the Texans had a primetime game?
Well, they're one.
They always
Thursday
played
night a
that
year.
Saturday 4:00 playoff game whenever they made it with Matt Schaub.
Yeah. I'm taking the Commanders. Fuck you guys.
Well, in that case, I'm taking the Rams. Baker Mayfield's going to Green Bay, baby.
So am I.
Oh, they could cover the 8.
They 100% can cover the 8. I'm taking the Rams. I can't.
This spread, can you imagine an Aaron Rodgers game and a spread is 39.5?
What? That's a hammer the over. We at least scored 20 points. I don't know what they're going to score.
I have a question. Who's Ramsey going to cover? There's nobody worth covering.
Well,
Christian Watson, I guess.
yeah, Christian.
Is he, though?
He's pretty good. He's got he's up
Yeah,
there.
because he finally decided to catch the ball. Took 12 weeks for him to catch the ball.
12 weeks, but you know what? All he needed was a little home cooking, and we got him going. I walk in the door, bam, super pro, all pro. I meant to say super.
He was waiting for you to be at the game. That's what it was.
He was. He absolutely was.
He was like, I got this new owner coming in. I'm a new draft
Right.
pick.
He wanted to
I
prove
got to wait for
himself.
him. Right. He's like, this guy took a shot at me. He's the one that was in that room, in the draft room, being like, this is the guy we need.
Christian Watson is tied for 4th in touchdowns. Now he's tied with 6 guys, but he's still tied for 4th.
But he leads he probably leads the Giants in receiving touchdowns.
He has 25 catches and 7 touchdowns. It's kind of ridiculous.
Probably he would lead the Giants right now.
He probably would, yeah.
Yeah, well, your mom could lead the Giants, Finn.
Wow.
Richie James leads the Giants with 3 touchdowns in receiving.
All garbage time, by the way.
All in the last 2 weeks, also. In the last month.
Do you have any actual serious touchdowns by receivers?
Darius Slayton has 2. Hodgins has been on the team for a week, has 2.
Who's the dude that got hurt?
Bellinger has 2.
Oh, Bellinger got suplex. That was another.
No, the receiver who got hurt, who tore his
Wandell
ACL.
only had 1.
Only had
Wandell.
one.
He looked good, but he fell on the sideline and never got up.
He literally went to Finn and I was just like, sir.
He just
He
wouldn't get
literally
up.
vanished
Well,
into the locker room.
Well,
We never even saw him go to the locker room. That
Nope.
guy went to the sideline and never
He
showed his
went into the
face
blue
again.
tent and vanished.
Well, he probably went to the side. The side.
I don't know how he snuck out.
He tore his ACL on the sideline. We have 16 total rushing touchdowns this year.
Good for
And we
you.
have 13 receiving touchdowns.
Good for you.
And the sad part is 2 ACL tears are on that list.
Yep. A lot of neck injuries this year. Very weird.
It's going around the locker room. I feel like too much partying going on. Everyone's turning their necks around. They're all ecstatic for everything.
But when
That's my
Bellinger
story,
got
and that's-
suplexed, it was just like, oh boy, rough couple weeks for this guy. Welcome to the NFL.
He's got the. I said this to somebody the other day. I was like, he's got that Kevin Boss potential. It's
Oh
not going to
yeah,
be anything special, but he's going to be good enough where it's going to be worth
Right.
having him on the team.
Boss.
he's gonna be that guy.
Like-
Yeah, I agree with
Like
you.
he's going to fall in between like Kevin
He
Boss
does-
and like
Kevin
Shockey tight
and
end.
Ballard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be our tight end for the next 6-7 years because he just does everything decently,
Right.
which is okay.
Yeah,
I'm
even
okay with
runs
that.
block decently. It's not like he's bad at
Yeah,
that.
That
that's
either.
describes that
I'm
describing. I'm looking at Kevin Boss's stats because I wanted to say it actually is not that bad. Couple 500
As a
yard
Giant,
seasons.
when he left the Giants, he just
Right.
you know
The last 2 years of the Giants, he had 567 yards and 5 touchdowns and 531 and 5 touchdowns. That's for
him and
a
Jabril
not-
Wilson went to
Yeah.
Oakland and just never like on the way there just vanished. Their planes
Right.
vanished.
Yeah, and Tuck.
Tuck too. I remember
Tuck came
Tyrone
back.
Wheat. Yeah, Tyrone.
but he was in
Came back.
Oakland.
No, Tuck did the retire one day after Giants.
Yeah.
So that doesn't count.
He didn't actually come back and play.
And then Tyrone Wheatley was the other one.
Think they put JPP in the Ring of Honor.
No,
No,
unfortunately not.
Good.
someone
He
asked
blew
me
it.
the other day about Shockey,
No.
and I said no.
No, he would have done it already.
Yeah, we're past that. So who's
Listen,
next? Do you have it?
The best was on Sunday when
Daniel
Plaxico
Jones.
was there. When Plaxico was there, and the guy 3 seats, the guy a couple seats away from me who's always yelling the profanity and stuff. He
Okay.
goes, "What's the odds that on basically the anniversary of him shooting himself, they have him at the game to set us the hell bells?"
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Is he in sweatpants? He's not in sweatpants, right? We're okay. He's not in sweatpants.
Yeah. They have metal
Honestly-
detectors at the stadium.
Honestly,
Wearing
it's
jeans.
not.
It's okay."
It's unless they find someone in the deep.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a minute.
Is Tynes
'Cause-
up there?
No.
I don't know if you put kickers up there.
Yeah, I don't think they. No, they have Gogolak up there. He's the
So
only
there you
kicker.
go. You may see.
Oh no,
a
they have two. They
Tynes.
have two kickers. They have Jennings and Gogolak. So they have two kickers.
So you may see a
Okay.
Tynes
Put Lawrence
Fiegels.
Tynes. Let's just put it this way: you're gonna need some days to sell some tickets,
Yeah, well,
or you could just win.
well,
We'll see what
winning
happens on
solves all
Sunday.
that.
That's it. Just win, baby.
There's
I was shocked-
51
well-
people in the Ring of Honor.
Yeah, kind of nuts.
That's a lot.
They're running out of room. That's the crazy part.
Yeah,
It's like, what are you gonna do?
they're just making them smaller and smaller.
No, I feel like because they already rotate, so I'm thinking eventually you're gonna hear about an update. My
Yeah.
thought on it. Someone actually asked me about it. I said eventually you're gonna hear about an update where they'll turn into LED boards instead of
Right.
just the like plastic banner thing
Yeah.
where they can just rotate names around it throughout the game.
Yeah, that
And
would
then
be-
just have to hit one button and boom, it's the Jets for the
Right.
for when the Jets are there.
But when I went to
Because now it's
WrestleMania-
just a push and it switches to the Jets.
Right. But the Jets are the bigger ones because they don't have as many.
Who would have thought?
If
Well,
Victor,
I think
if,
they have one more. I think they have one more going in this year.
no, they already did it. It was the Brick, Revis, and Mangold. Unless
Was
they
it a
didn't
fourth
do-
one?
No, it was
I think
the
they only
three.
did three. No, it was the three. You're right. I don't want to buy stuff from Jets.com.
I thought it would be Victor Cruz if he didn't blow out his knee.
Bengals, Patriots, and Bears was the game that they did it on.
Right. The Patriots one was Revis and it was downpouring, or one of the games was
No,
downpouring.
Revis was the Bears
Yeah.
game. The brick was the Patriot Cam, and Mango was the Bengals. Alrighty, boys.
Right.
Anything left?
No. Go Giants. Screw you,
Yeah,
Vin.
good luck today, guys.
No, you don't.
I mean, good luck this week, but actually, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, then.
Everybody love everybody. It's holiday season, boys.
Everybody love everybody.
Yeah, happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, Steven.
We will see you guys next week.